New chapter pending. Years since I left and that's still intensive. 2 men under one roof. But I guess it's better than when me and Isaiah were sharing the same room, arguing in that same room. Man, was some lost youths. See, my brother, he had the X factor, but just didn't make it to the judges. Now, I'm back in the end. Birmingham, I've returned. Trying to make something with this degree is my concern. Now, Dad says be careful of the peoples I used to firms. But yet he wants me to answer how many people are in a firm as if I'm a lawyer. But he doesn't know that's not what I studied. But everywhere I've got to make change, but things get ugly, parents split, don't think he cares a bit. Leaving a jigsaw broken by 2 adults isn't fair on kids. And you know what, that's one thing I fear, I guess. And yet people have to keep repairing again, again, and again, whilst the same situation is staring them right in the face. You see, when Stormzy released Blinded by Your Grace, I was in uni trying to find a way. So no matter the timing or the place, my effort would eventually be aligning with my wage. Right?
Huh? This place is like a bomb hit it. You know I hate. Told you enough times, this is not a mistake. What happened with the job situation, eh? You're a graduate. It can't be that difficult to find stuff.
Yeah, I've got a few interviews lined up with Jaguar and some others, but it's difficult, especially when you look like us.
Difficult? What do you know about difficult? Eh? When I was your age, I done no time wasting. Had 2 youths. Bought my first property at 23 years old. The one thing I fear most is wasting potential and keeping idiot friends close. It's your time now. Sacrifice will make for you. Looking after things that's best for you. Your mom would want the same too. For years, we had to make do. But eventually, we make it true. But without a degree, why, son? Anything is attainable.
I know, Dad, I know. But this after uni life isn't straightforward. You know, thousands in debt, and I don't even think I'll be able to pay for it. I know you want me to save for a mortgage, but if I'm going to be honest, I don't even think I'm going to be able to. Don't worry, I'll sort it.
Well, remember, you're the first in the family to be able to go to university. And I know it's impossible to do everything perfectly. Father to son, I like who you've become. You've been destined for this ever since you were young. When your brother was out there engaging in the slums, you were in here eating hula hoops off your tongues. Your brother had structure, I had structure. It was just your brother. Your calling is to be the man of the house, to be able to look after the supply and demand for the house. A home protector. Jerome, in the real world, this whining and complaining won't protect you. The sacrifices we have to make for you to be able to be here now. And hearing this, you don't even know.
I'm working on it, Dad. Just give me a couple of weeks.
Just make sure. You got the key?
Yeah.
I don't want you disturbing me once I've gone to sleep.
Jerome.
Caris.
Rah! Ain't seen you in ages. How you doing?
Yeah. I'm good still. No, I'm back.
Fresh out of uni, yeah. Ain't seen you for what? 5, 6 years now. Time flies. Do you still live in the same place?
Yeah. My pops had me doing no kitchen duty. You know, I didn't even have enough time for breakfast. One moment you think it's done, the next 2 there's extra, then there's extra. Listen, I don't even know how man got on when I was up in Leicester.
That rum accent's been blended though, innit?
Don't watch that.
Uni must have been good though. What did you study? Still doing up sport? I remember you used to in your dead, oversized Birmingham City boots.
No. At least I stayed true to our local team and I still rep the local city. And by the way, they did fit me. Yeah. Anyway, the man them in the course, they couldn't even level with me.
Talk about a throwback. I remember those school pictures on Facebook and everyone had their shirts signed with messages. Now on Insta, I see the same people writing messages on each other's feeds about how they're spending their little life inheritance. What girl like me and I for new residents? Would be nice to get married one day like Kerry did.
Wait. Long bottom Kerry got married?
No, Kerry's rich. You should see Kerry's kids.
What are you talking about?
Versace this, Gucci that. Her man must be from Oxford or Cambridge. I need to know how she met him and what Kerry did.
Sound like Kerry's Chris. But yeah, now since I've been back, I ain't really seen anyone, but I guess it's got its benefits.
Most of them look like they're lounging on benefits. Trust me, our school year was fun. If I was away as long as you were, I would have cherished it. Most of the houses around the ends are getting knocked down. Some are derelict. I wish I got out at the same time and this wasn't where I lived. Where you headed?
Just to the library. You know, I'm gonna get this business graph down.
Oh, what is it?
Huh?
The business?
I'm looking to set up a creative agency still. You know, like social media sales. Like create business deals. Okay, so campaign for Instagram. Right? Specialize in reels. Continue providing a service and you know one day, man, I'm gonna make bills.
Good on you, man. Attitude like that shows me that you choose to win, even if you choose to sin.
Sin? How?
You must have forgot all the BBM broadcasts you were in back in the day.
Listen, man was in the call youth back then.
You get Jerome, whatever you say. You're looking well.
Oh. So you watching man still? You like that? You know what? I'll holler at you later still. Oh, one more thing. Don't wait another 4 or 5 years to bust a comment on my gram. You know, next time you see me, I could be married with a babe. You know what they say? Don't skip your turn. Early bird catches the worm.
Yeah, stay in touch.
Let in the draft.
Sorry.
Will be when the bills start coming through the post.
Dad, can I ask you something?
Jerome, you've been home for weeks and weeks and now I'm half asleep. You want to speak?
Yeah, I need some advice on life.
Like what?
Like, how did you know Mom was the one for you?
No, Jerome, not tonight.
Well, the black tie had their graduation.
Yeah.
And Isaiah. And you. You know, sometimes I'm wondering, is she even looking down on me? You know, from above? Not having her in those final moments was tough.
I would have come. But you know how work gets done.
Every few nights, I dream of Mom seeing me graduate. How she used to make me cornmeal porridge and soup on a Saturday. How she would ring me at sleepovers just to make sure that I ate. You know, see, I would go sleep with a heavy heart. And now, I'm trying to soften it. Words unsaid in my esophagus. I didn't even get to tell Mom that I love her. And now, in this home, there ain't much of it. It's not where I want to be. But you know, to this world, I've got a lot to give. I swear, I've got a lot to give.
Jerome, my second son. For you, I would do anything. Don't you ever forget it, son. Through my womb you travelled, and to the tomb you carried me. I know you didn't recognize yourself through my tragedy. Truth is, I was slowly losing my faculties. It wasn't overnight, but it certainly was gradually. I pray you tell your kids about me when you start your own family. And understand we wanted what was best for you and your brother. Both your dad and me.
Hi, Jerome. Thank you for your application. Unfortunately, you were unsuccessful on this occasion. But if it's okay with you, we'd like to keep your information and be in touch in the future if something of interest is available and vacant. We know this news must be devastating, but there were so many great applications for one position to be taken. Best of luck in your search.
Get a uni degree. Get a uni degree. It seems that life experience is where you gain real knowledge to me. But it's a matter of if you want to be safe or if you want to be free. Am I colossal success or corporate slave? Because my resume now reads graduate, but also the debt I have to pay. See, I'm just trying to catch a break, but all I seem to catch is straight. And then I've got family members less concerned with my mental task than my actual pay. And here's something that my dad, he thinks deep down and will actually one day tell me. Mental health is secondary. Go back and graft away.
Thank you for your interest in the available position. We have reviewed your application, and following the interview, you were not successful on this occasion. I'm very sorry for the disappointing news and wish you the best of luck in your job search.
Hey, get the job. You said you had interviews. Nobody go and check girl and some other foolishness under my roof and learn nothing. Because this house here, right, didn't come for free.
But wasn't it free when Isaiah was here?
I asked you one question. What does your brother have to do with you paying your own way?
No, I got a job. But why is it one rule for me and another for everyone else?
Your brother made his own decisions. He knew what he did was wrong. I told him to be a leader, not a follower.
You know what? It come like you don't want to talk on it. Like it's a topic that we can never visit. Why do you act like you never had a bed in prison? Yeah, he's all the way on the other side of the country, but yet your relationship with him is so distant. Why is it that me and Mom went to go visit him before she passed, but yeah, you couldn't even say Merry Christmas?
Listen, you're missing the facts. Your brother chose to go down a different path. I gave him the same advice, attention and respect, and he didn't give it back. So if he wants to go roam the streets and get involved in beef and isolate himself from his family, then there's very little that can be done. This house has been here longer than you and your brother, and the same way me and your mother looked after it. Maybe if he was out here, she'd still be here.
You made yourself clear.
This hard phase is not a result of hardship. This is 75 hours working every week with diabetes and how I cope regardless. The washing of cars, changing of tires, avoiding my reflection, visiting grave sites, indulging in gardening. This is not opening Isaiah's letter sober, as I know it will start my eyes to discharging tears. I regret not being there, not being fair, holding on to anger, while Dad was restricted to being in a wheelchair. This is Cynthia's husband, with all the neglect. This is Cynthia's husband, with all the debt. This is pain, struggling to transform and deflect. This is optimistic, who's been coded with death. This is the face of a man who looks after himself and loses all his respect. A person who has lost it all and does not know what he has kept. I'm just a pawn in the chess game. From my mistake, I'll be appalled to my death. Pray that my son is better than me. Finds a wife that he won't deceive. Harvest a beautiful life and a family tree. Maybe then I can breathe. Maybe then I can breathe. So she can rest easier, knowing that I do my all for our seed.
Restarting any relationship takes a bit of time and adjustment when facing it. Growing up feeling unloved is when your self-confidence takes a hit. I was like a car that's brakes and shit. I crashed, whiplash, neck brace, hip damage. In an instance, the ideology of my childhood did vanish. Some complain about a 9 to 5, they don't want to live average. They don't see people like me without a family survive on this planet. Maybe that's where my prejudice applies. My message isn't contrived. People like me are daily stressing, trying to survive. I'd have preferred to have learned these lessons early in life. Unemployed and learning I'm someone's boy. I know for a fact that I can be someone's joy. The change in circumstance certainly is tough. The heart takes a little longer than the mind to adjust.
I know my father wants the best for me. But trying to get through to him is harder than a university exam in chemistry. But I think I found someone that's got that chemistry. She's got key components that I like. Has me second guessing if I'm approaching her right. See, we share the same values, the same sense of humor. See, that's how I know she's my type. See, the goal isn't to have a trophy wife. And this generation, substance is overrated, and all that face business, that's overpriced. Imagine, 2 old school friends. Maybe our friendship can be extended to collecting our favorite meals from our favorite restaurants, to collecting our pension from Instagram mentions, family traumas mended, where we don't really have to authorize the other one to be authentic. See, I'm not the type that usually keeps people around, but I understand the man them now. Oh, blood, when you find a good woman, make sure you keep her around. Yeah. In a world where, as a black man, I'm trying to climb in, and its intention is to keep me down. The purity between the two of us, that isn't easily found. Now, can she bring me peace when I'm down? See, my dad's always drumming into me. First, I must acquire the qualities and resources to have a woman like this. But if she don't reciprocate, I feel like friendship might drift. Nah, you know what? Surely she'll be down for a little bite to eat later on this week. See, no, she's typing back. I don't turn up with receipts. See, I don't want to seem too keen because I'm a fly guy, but you know, oh, message seen.
Hey Jerome, it was good bumping into you two, and that's fine with me. How about Thursday evening? Hope your timekeeping isn't like in school.
Nah, I'm different now. I'm a big man, you know. Do my tip.
Whatever, Jerome. A beard don't mean you're a big man. So, what was it like living outside of Rome? Furthest I've been is probably Wolves.
Calm still. But you know, some people, and they like to box up on you that I live with.
What do you mean? This sounds crazy?
Hey, lifestyle wise, uni's great. It's just some things I ain't fond of. Like, I'm not against anyone having fun. It's just some of the man them didn't even get rid of their condoms.
Now, are you serious?
Mm.
It sounds like your health was in danger. I could never clean up after a stranger. Can't lie. Sounds like nobody could have saved you.
Hey, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone about this.
The horrific experiences so for me.
So, what do you do now?
Well, I help my mom. She's not too well. Thinking to go back to college, maybe study hairdressing?
Is this recent?
Nah, I haven't started yet. It's a goal that I just...
Nah, I mean, your mom. Oh, it's not too bad.
Well, things are just restricted. But she's getting better. Mum was struggling with depression. Around me, all I see is regression. Estranged families depending on universal credit, waiting on our credit from the universe. Give a child a knife or a book around here. We both know which one they'd be using first. I hate it here. You're one of the successes that made it here. Not even the lollipop ladies changed round here. Just a drive and a determination to end each other, living on top of one another's crap and never seeing under. Then, when something happens, everyone turns into Stevie Wonder and all of our people suffer.
Hey, still. It's like man them from the ends never went to school with how unapproachable and unsociable they are. You know what? You know what's mad? Who would have thought it would be us two from the ends? Going from school wraps and school snacks to brunch menus with wine attached. That's mad. But yeah, since I've been back, I just haven't had time to relax. And you know my dad? I'm so sick and tired of my dad always banging on to me about what I should be doing and what I should have.
Remember, just to exist is an achievement. You don't need anybody else's validation to see this. It's not as if you're not working on your goals and just dreaming.
Nah, I don't see that within me.
Staying in these ends, I've seen it all. People get overly gassed and then same people fall. My father is a great example. Promised me the world back in primary school. Walked out on my mother. I thought he'd be back. I'm a fool. Just know your purpose will always align with you. Cliche, but it's all about timing too.
Yeah. You know what, that's right. Just to survive is excellence. You know what? No one's never explained it like that to me. That's new to me.
Good, because it's true to me. Black men trying to do something positive is hardly celebrated usually. So if you're around me, you gotta get used to me.
Oh.
Okay.
So I'm getting there.
Lack of understanding and support is what has many families in the courts. And that sense of neglect you feel in your home can be where it's taught. The after effects of my dad walking out, it was like, for years my mom couldn't understand me when I talked. Never got the opportunity to speak to her. Not opening up when we're going through stuff is how most of our generation get involved with drugs. So for homelessness, my mom was diagnosed after having me and I'm still not over it. So by any means, when it comes to your mind, take control of it. So, I would say, speak to your dad. Don't let any more time pass. You'll most likely find that there are similarities.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
This lottery of life, we never know when our number's up. I'm glad you text me and phoned me and actually respect me. Most men that I've come across try to own me like, yo G, I'd rather be alone and lonely than let some weirdo into my space and try to control me if only...
Well, we don't have to be alone. As in, like, we could do this more often. You know, like, I mean, me and you, just us two. You know, if you want to.
So, what are you saying?
I'm saying... I'm on whatever you're on.
I'm on whatever you're on.
Yeah, I guess we're on to something.
So how's the job? Is the job you alright?
Yeah. Job's blessed.
It's crazy. Weeks and months have flown by. You have to go with the know and how life will progress you. A couple of months ago you had nothing. Eh? Hey, my father used to always say, if you got no work, you could be the best mechanic with the best tools. Resourcefulness is your best friend, not dogs. And that's what the pay slips and checks prove. Mm. So what do people live like? You the youngest?
They're cool. Yeah, helpful. I can't lie.
Good stuff. That's what I like to hear. It will become useful when you have your own family. You see, the difference between your generation and mine is massive. In my idea, workplaces weren't friendly. Heap of segregation.
I know. They say it gets better. So them say. But you know what? I'm just trying to keep pushing that. You know, everything that was sacrificed before my time, I just want to keep that rolling. You know, with the whole equality, the law, all them things. Because they stolen us, and then they also stolen our culture. You know, I'm surprised that more people from your time ain't going nuts. Now I know, for me, Black Lives Matter has a mental toll on us.
At least, in this day and age, you can send statements loud and see a face in the crowd. It's your generation time. Go and make us proud.
For real. No, I appreciate that.
It feels like Father's Day.
No, I'm just saying.
Don't worry. Next week the deals are due. And I will sit with you and make a plan on how we can divide it. Mm-hmm. It's never too early to get into the habit of providing. Even if it's just yourself and your shelter right now. Mm-hmm.
Granddad said he would race me to the grave. He said that his granddad was unkept and a slave. So that's 4 generations. Dominoes, a family-based game. So when they get knocked down, that's the metaphor for change. Okay. See, with tongue in cheek, he'd lick his finger and turn the page. Then, with his tongue around the circular-shaped cup, he would then bring me into the experience, and I would hold on to that moment. The distance between father and son must be hard when you're young. When Granddad passed, that changed. Stern face, voice changed. Cigarettes can be hard on the lungs. We're soon dead. If you can't listen, you must feel. But no gem passed down to us for how we must heal. You know what? Wisdom was always at the hand and never failed to come forth. See, Granddad said he'd race me to the grave, but yet somehow I seem to always lap him. Macto. When something's meant to happen, happens. When did black excellence become black precedence? See, my dad's always telling me how to function in society, but yeah, I don't know if he's lying to me. Mom, I hope you're looking down on me and I hope you're guiding me, because I don't know where I am or who I am entirely. And I pray for Isaiah too. I do, I really do, Mom. And I hope he gets out of there in one piece. But most importantly, Mom, I just want peace. 17 years old. Dad told me, you went to sleep and you never woke again. That night I didn't eat, didn't cry, didn't sleep, couldn't think. Some days I wake up and I just can't wait for the week to end. Help me, Mom. Help me. Until the day we meet again, I'm Cynthia's boy. No. Until the day we meet again, I'm Cynthia's boy till the end. How do we survive in a world where we can't even get by? Lord, I try. I try to move on in this life. I try.